everyone on the internet is talking about becoming a high value man and a high value woman. So I thought, why not break it down into 9 principles that I promise you no one talks about that will help you to become a high value person in general. Because what do you guys even understand by becoming a high value person? Because if you think that it's about being rude or not giving an F about anyone, well, that is not true. Because becoming a high value person is all about how you treat other people as well as yourself. How well do you handle your own emotions and certain situations? How do you provide value not only in your own life but in other people's life as well? So now let's break it all down into 9 principles or secrets. Let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, the very first component of becoming a high value person is emotional intelligence. Okay, what is emotional intelligence? Well, it is not only about being nice or sensitive. It is your ability to identify, understand, and manage not only your own emotions but emotions of other people as well. Having emotional intelligence is all about how you show up into the world even on your worst days. Are you angry? Are you frustrated? Because see, it's very easy to be loved and liked when you are feeling so good about yourself and you are having such an awesome day. But what about the days when you are not feeling that great? Are you someone who constantly rubs off their negative emotions on other people just because you are not feeling so good about yourself? So you basically end up ruining other people's mood as well. Now, it's not that you are not allowed to feel your own emotions. Sometimes it's okay to mess things up because of your emotional and mental state, but not all the time. A high value person with high emotional intelligence knows how to manage their own emotions. For example, if they are angry, they are not just going to act on impulse and shout at people. They will feel their emotions, recognize it, validate it, and then take control of their response. High value people control how they are going to express their feelings rather than letting their feelings control them. Now, the second component is empathy. Now, empathy also plays a major role when we are talking about emotional intelligence, because for some reason, our generation, our precious generation, is so obsessed with dismissing other people's emotions. And I have no idea why. They just love to romanticize insensitivity rather than understanding other people's emotions. Are you someone who often says things like, "Oh my god, why are you acting like a crybaby? Who cries over such silly things? You're so oversensitive. Can you please stop being so overdramatic?" A high value person would never say anything like that because they respect and understand everyone's emotions. They know that different people react differently to different situations. If someone cries over little things, it doesn't make them weak or sensitive. It is just the way they are, and you have to respect that, because who are you to make them feel bad about crying anyway? You never know what somebody is going through in their life. So try to put yourself in other people's shoes sometimes. And if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. Remember, if you don't value other people and their emotions, they will also not value you as a person. Develop a unique personality. Now, by this, I don't mean that you have to do everything differently in order to appear different and cool in front of others. Remember, we are not trying to seek any kind of validation here, because that's not what a high value person would do. When I say develop a unique personality and do not follow the crowd, what I mean is embrace your authenticity and your individuality. Who are you? What are your interests, talents, and hobbies? What are your values, your non-negotiables, your love language? In order to develop a unique personality, you have to know yourself fully. That's the first step. Because remember, if you don't know who you are, there will always be somebody else telling you who you are, and you will lose yourself in this crowd, in this circus. High value individuals never follow the crowd. They embrace their personality, they know who they are, and they stand by their values. They unapologetically do all the things that makes them who they are. They do not give an F about following trends. So whatever is it that you bring to the table, own it, embrace it, until or unless you are not doing something illegal, of course. Good communication and your choice of words. Whenever you are talking to somebody, the words you choose reflect your respect towards other people as well as yourself. It tells a lot about you because your words carry weight. So you have to think about how a high value person would communicate with other people. Whenever they are talking to somebody, they are likely to uplift, encourage, and inspire people. They are not going to tear people down with harsh words. High value people know that their language impact other people, and it can be both positive and negative. So you have to choose your words wisely. So work on your communication skills. For example, if you don't agree with someone over something, there's no need of creating conflict and argue. You can disagree with them respectfully. Stay humble, kind, and open-minded. I know this might be controversial because a lot of people out there will say, oh, being humble is a myth and it holds you back in life. Well, no, that is not true. Do you guys even know the true meaning of staying humble? Because let's ignore the Google's definition of staying humble for a second. True humility is not about not being proud of yourself. It's about acknowledging your strengths and your achievements while still staying grounded and open to learning. And a great example of this can be Ratan Naval Tata. He was known for his humility, and kindness was one of the major traits of his personality. But that does not mean that he was not aware about his wisdom and contributions and what he brought to the table. He knew what he brought to the table. No matter how much rich, successful, or ambitious we are, we fail as a human being the moment we choose anything over kindness. So be kind, because it is our number one responsibility as a human being. And that's also what makes you a high value person. Kindness is the rent we must pay for the space we occupy on this planet. High value individuals always value their time because it is precious, and that is why high value people have the courage to say no to anything that contradicts that. So if someone, for example, calls them up at the last moment saying, can you please come over to my place like right now so that we can watch a fun movie together and maybe you can give me some company? Well, no, I can, because I don't have time for that, and I would really appreciate it from the next time you would tell me things in advance so that I don't have to compromise with my schedule and it will save time for both of us. But anyway, I'm busy right now. Enjoy your movie. Now, I don't mean to say that never be there for anybody. No, if it's urgent, if someone needs your help, then go and help them. What I meant to say is that never be too much available for anyone. High value people always spend their time in doing valuable things, and this also does not mean that they're always productive. No, they have a balance. They also take their time to rest and spend their quality time with their loved ones as well. Now let's talk about setting goals. High value individuals always have something to look forward to. Now if you don't have any goal in life, then find one. Goals are of two types. There are short-term goals and then there are long-term goals, and both of them are equally important. Once you commit to a goal and you really stick to that goal, not only you become so much more confident, but you also change a lot as a person because you learn so many other things along the way. Discipline, time management, skills, willingness to do something, decision making, etc. And you can always start with something small like reducing your screen time by 30 minutes every single day and then stay committed to that. Now having a long-term goal is also very important because it is going to give you that kick in life. It will make you feel like you are doing something in life because you actually are, and it is no doubt a great feeling, a fascinating one. Now physical movement and your appearance. High value individuals understand the importance of your physical appearance and the way you carry yourself. And when I say do physical movement, it does not necessarily have to be about hitting the gym every single day and lifting weights. No, absolutely not. You just have to move your body every single day, and it's completely up to you how you want to do that. If you're someone who really likes to be in the flow, then try yoga, sports, or running. Or if you want to make it more enjoyable, then try dancing. It's completely about how you want to feel. You just have to move your body every single day. And it's not always about getting into shape, although that can be great to serve as a motivation so that you can show up every single day, but it's completely okay if you want to keep it simple. And again, remember to not follow the crowd. Wear clothes that makes you feel confident and like your best self. Sometimes it also depends on the occasions, because obviously you cannot show up in funky clothes if you're going for a conference or meeting or something like that. That's common sense. Now the last component, but not the least, continuous learning. High value individuals never stop learning because they know that gaining knowledge is never enough. No matter how much intellectual you think you are, there is always something to know and learn about, which can also potentially change your life. So read books, listen to podcasts, watch self-development videos, and educate yourself on different topics. Learning is something which should never stop because it's a never-ending process. High value individuals know that they don't know everything, which is fine and in fact great, because it leads them to even more great learning opportunities. And that's it for today's videos. Those were the 9 principles or secrets which you can start applying today in order to become a high value individual. And make sure to subscribe so that you can stay tuned, because in the next video I'm going to be talking about some low value habits which you need to avoid if you truly want to become a high value individual. And I personally think that it is going to be a more interesting one. Thank you so much if you have watched till the end. I love you guys so much. God bless you, and I will meet you in my next video.